Mr. Beast. Is he the most popular YouTuber in the world?
I believe so.
He's up there. He was on a podcast earlier this week. Theo Vaughn, a competitor of ours. We're going to take him down. We're going to catch him. And Mr. Beast reiterated in this podcast his intention. He said this before, but he made it very clear again. He wants to run for president one day. Now, he can't. I don't think he's old enough now to even do it if he wanted to today.
Yeah, no, I think he's 26.
Yeah, much too young. And I've said this before about other because I think one of the Paul brothers also said, I want to run when I'm old enough.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that.
And I think this about Mr. Beast too. I'm glad you're waiting till you're old enough. You respect the Constitution. I think that's a good sign.
I'm glad there's an age limit.
Yeah. But Mr. Beast said this week, he said, it would probably be when I'm like 50 or 60. So he's not even going to run as soon as he's old enough, 35. Yeah. But I would need to accomplish everything I want in business and stuff. Then probably take 10 years and do something at the local level, then state level, and work my way up. We'll see.
Interesting. That's a very practical way of how politics usually work. You know, you start locally, maybe you're going to be like a local commissioner or something, and then you end up being a state rep, and then you end up running for Congress, and then you run for president. So
almost all presidents.
Yeah.
Almost all went that route.
Right. Almost all. There are obviously a few that didn't. Some are generals, some are businessmen. But yeah, no, I think obviously that makes sense that he would be saying he would go through that route. But I do think it's interesting that he says he has to wait until he accomplishes everything he wants for his business and stuff. Because it seems like that's always changing for him. Like he's always doing new things. So I would think his goals are always changing.
Seriously, he's got... Yeah, I mean, for any of us, too. You ask, would you like to do this 20 years from now? And the answer could be yes or no, but a lot changes in 20 years.
Right, and what do you mean by you need to accomplish these things? Because it seems like you're accomplishing a lot. So what's on your list that you haven't accomplished yet?
Yeah, seriously. Restaurants, Lunchables, like obviously the big giant YouTube channel, game shows, like what else? I'm sure he has other things I can't even think of. So what else does he need to do? But I don't know. I guess he's got to fill the 20 years 15, 20 years between now and then.
Yeah.
I was glad to say, though, because my first thought was, okay, Mr. Beast, yes, you're very popular on YouTube, but what exactly qualifies you to be president? Like, totally different things. But he said in his quote, I would want to do something at the local level, state level, and work my way up. So,
gain some, understanding through that process.
Figure out what, like, politics, how that actually works before he just goes straight to president. Actually, I like that. Yeah. Doesn't mean I would vote for him. I mean, who knows? 20 years from now.
Who knows what we're doing?
May or may not. What's going to be going on?
We could be like Doc in Back to the Future. It's like when Marty tells him Ronald Reagan is president, and he's like, the actor?
Yeah, right. Exactly. People. That's so true, though. 20 years from now, Mr. Beast very well likely won't be known as the YouTuber. Yeah. Who knows if YouTube will even be around then? Right. It'll be something completely different. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, a lot can change between now and then, but it sounds like he's serious about it because he keeps mentioning it. He keeps talking about it. I will say, I feel like his kind of almost final line, I think we can all get behind this. He says, if I were president, I wouldn't care about party lines. I'd just always truly make the American people my number one priority. That seems like a pretty diplomatic approach. That's a presidential thing to say. Yep. That said, I feel like every president has said that. Says it. Whether it's true or not, that's just what you say when you run. He's already practicing. Yeah, that's right. While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.